Another one that's a me. Let's see, what is this one? Protection. Okay, so protection when it first came out, it's like that shield you get soon as you come out of the when you come out of respawn. This is exactly what protection is. When it first came out in 0.2, or when I first got into the game, the duration of it was 1.2. What's kind of crazy about that is that duration somehow made people seem like they were invincible, but it really wasn't. It was these folks were using it with really great timing. Ran, who's like a guildmate of mine, and I used to play against her all the time. And we used to play capture the flag. She would score all the time. She would escape all the time. She would kill me all the time because of that extra zero point 0.2 seconds. I don't know how, but her timing was exquisite with that thing. Like, she literally survived out of like 10 times. It was more like 8.5 to 9 times out of 10 she would be okay and I wouldn't. I would get her every once in a while, but most of the time she came out on top. So what they did is the next patch, they reduced it down to 0.08. And that was horrible. That made no sense. It's too low. I was suggesting over and over again, hey, maybe they should up it back to 1. And I'll tell you, by bringing protection back to 1, it brings it back to a medium. It's not it's not over it's not, what do you call it, overly oppressive, but it works really well. I think to really make it's a soft medium. It's not even a solid strong medium. It's soft because of that charge time. That charge time is ridiculous. 22 seconds. Why? And you're gonna see why I'm saying 22 seconds. Why? Because I'm gonna show you an ability that works almost similarly, but which is actually stronger, and its charge time is even shorter. So it makes zero sense why the charge time of this thing is at 22. It needs to be brought down like by 6. Seriously, 16 would be cool, but oh man, no problem, man. I appreciate you actually being on here and actually talking. But yeah, if you got to go to sleep, man, I completely get it. Yeah, we're almost like a 12 to 13 hour time difference. Yeah, so but I'm gonna I'll break this video up too, so you can actually watch it later too. And I also have it on my YouTube channel, which is also Isorod Studios. So you can either watch it on Twitch or you can watch it on YouTube later. So if you subscribe, you'll get to see the stuff when they pop up too. So that's pretty much it. No, I get it. I literally I'm a freelance artist, and I'm working on building up my streaming. So that's yeah. So like I said, and also it's Isorod Studios on YouTube. It depends which way you want to watch it, whichever one's easier. I appreciate the subscription too. Okay, so the whole idea with protection is it's that you bring that charge time down to around maybe a 16, 15. I think it's a lot more fair, and then it becomes a solid medium. So that's the whole idea of it. So what I'm thinking, honestly, it's a soft medium, but I was using it in gameplay, and it felt good. That 1 second felt like I could survive stuff. That 0.8 second, the skill level that you needed was so high, I barely lived using it. So the 1 second duration is tight. I like it. It's just right. But it's again something that you need skill to use, and the reason it's getting a soft medium, not like, oh my god, it's the perfect medium. It's perfect. It's because of that charge time. That charge time is ridiculous, and I think you should be also. They could give you a little bit more health, like this anemic amount of health that they're giving you for it. It doesn't even make sense. Again, if you're gonna keep that charge time as high as you're going to keep it, then I think you can bring it back to almost 1.4, 1.2, which might seem oppressive, but it takes forever to get back. So I would think it would be fair. If you're not going to bring down the charge time also, I think you should give more health too, because this thing isn't doing so many different things that it's not worth having a little bit more health or having a little bit more duration if you're not going to let me get it a lot of times in a minute. You're literally getting it about 2.6 times, or almost 2.8 times a minute. Like, you're not gonna get it a full 3. So in 2 seconds is not gonna be enough. And like I said, I'm thinking 15 or 16 should be its charge time. And I'm going to show you why when I get to the shield, because the shield is just nonsense. That's just dumb. So that's all I have to say with that. So I give protection a medium, but it's a soft medium. Its charge time either needs to be fixed, or they're gonna have to give you more base health for it, or they're gonna have to give you a longer duration for invulnerability if you're going to keep it at 22. And I'm thinking 1.4, 1.5 would be fair, because again, I'll get to it and you'll see why I believe the charge time has to be brought down. So sprint's just crazy. So sprint, I didn't like it at first, but the one thing about maxing out the levels of your items that you have, it forces you to use other stuff, and I've been actually doing that. So I've been actually using sprint, and I've been cobbling together different builds and mixing different items together to create something that works well together. And sprint turned out to be a lot better than I thought. So I think I use it with shotgun. Heretic, or shotgun objective, and then I forget what I use. It's got to be some kind of assassin's build. Like, it's mixed in with a lot of assassin items, because it's an assassin item. And I probably have Wreckful Circuit, which is another assassin item, or I might use protection items with it. But sprint, max health, pretty decent. That's why I'm saying, like, that anemic health they give you for protection is just not really fair. And then charge time is 16. You understand why I'm trying to say bring it down to 15 or 16 for protection. Movement duration, it keeps growing, and it's about 4 seconds. This was buffed. I think it used to be 3. I think they definitely buffed it and made it a little bit more. And then your movement speed keeps growing, which is crazy. So you're fast for a very long time when you're using sprint. It actually takes you the distance, I think, of 2 temporal rushes when using sprint, and it's really nice. Believe it or not, the reason sprint, I could give it, I'm going to give it an easy, because one of the most important things about this game when you're playing it is being able to move, and that speed boost allows you to circle or kite around your enemy so well that you can actually survive, or close in to kill people, or run away, or do things that your enemy won't be able to keep up with. So you can always move your position really fast, left and right, moving side to side, or circling around them so they can't really shoot you. So auto aim becomes null and void. So sprint as a movement stuff, because of some of these buffs that it got, and I'm telling you, it wasn't lasting that long, I definitely give sprint an easy, super easy to use. You practice it a little bit, and some of the buffs that I see in this, it's pretty strong, and it's super easy. You get it, it's impactful for your game right away, and it's great if you're using shotguns. If you're also going from a bush and you're trying to ambush people, bushwhack them, great stuff. But it's super easy. The only thing I can see is increase the charge time a little bit, because if you really think about it, you get the movement speed for 4 seconds. It's really, the charge time is like 12, because while you're running at 4 seconds and you can't use your sprint again, it's counting down back for you to use it again. So you really, with that 4 second duration, your charge time is really 12. So that's the key. So I would think you increase the charge time a little bit to kind of balance it out. I would say around an 18. An 18 would be fair. maybe even a 20, because if you add that 4 to that 20, you get back to that 16, and then it really is there. That's the only way I could see you make it a medium, but sprint's pretty powerful.